Man, this ship is super, super dope. When he kicked it into high gear, went into hyperspace, that effect, the way everything looked, the switching, oh man, that was awesome. Hey guys, welcome back to Big Time. It's a new week, which means that there's a new episode of Andor we've got to take a look at. So you know I got to give you that big time reaction for it. So last week we took a look at episodes 1 through 3, and there were a couple of problems. Overall, I enjoyed it. I definitely enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to see where we go from here. But there were a couple of issues that I was concerned about. Number one, primarily being the pacing of the show. So I'm hoping this episode we continue on with the development of the main characters, but we also start bringing in pieces of the Empire and the Rebellion that we're all familiar with, because they've got to get underway. They've got to flesh this entire thing out that leads up to Rogue One. And I think once they do that and keep the pacing up, keep the energy and momentum going, things will be fine. Starting with this episode, we got to jump into it hardcore. This is it. This is it. The story is underway. We've got to move forward. I'm ready to check it out. I know you guys are ready to check it out. Let's jump into this.
There's a med pack. Blue, bright blue.
The shelf behind you. Take hold of something.
Anyone behind us?
Set for Aldani.
Calculating for Aldani.
Nice.
Do as I say.
Calculations complete.
This ship is badass.
What's powering this? I've been in a Fondor Hallcraft. I've flown them. Never seen one do that.
Well, it's been up you somewhere and you start running. Or you come with me and help with something important. And of course, you could try and kill me and take the ship.
Don't give him ideas.
Define important.
Taking something of real value from the Empire. This. Wouldn't you rather give it all at once to something real than carve off useless pieces till there's nothing left? I didn't risk my ass for the Starpath unit. I came for you.
Wow, recruited. Very well.
What's the offer?
5 days. Big stakes, big danger. Prep team, good plan. Your Imperial sector.
Interesting. Oh boy, Coruscant. Oh man. I love it when we go to Coruscant. Oh man.
Issues with the displaced,
Ongoing.
as is your unfinished memorandum of recommendations regarding the problem.
My staff is awaiting an assessment from Avala 6's ministerial director.
Because they've done such an excellent job so far.
Ouch.
What do we do here?
Sir?
This guy's a
What is our
dick.
purpose, Legret?
On Avala 6?
I open the question to the room. What do we do in this building? Why are we here? To treat the disease. Do you understand my meaning, Legret?
Yes, sir.
Don't trouble yourself writing the memorandum. I'll reassign it. Blevin, Morlana's sector. This incident
Jeez,
on
this
Ferrix.
dude.
Corporate security, sir. They're still in charge out there. They tried to serve a warrant and ran into more trouble than they'd anticipated.
Trouble meaning what?
Think of a name. Think of a name for yourself. Clem. For the next 5 days, you'll be Clem.
Anybody who shaves with the blade is a badass. Not a razor blade, but like a knife blade. Yeah.
Take this.
What is it?
It's a down payment. It's a Quati signet. Blue Kyber, Skystone.
Kyber
Ancient
crystal?
gold. Celebrates the uprising against the Rakatan invaders. Don't take less than 50,000 for it. Just know it will always be worth more to me. I want it back when this is over.
Whoa, is that like a Kyber crystal?
I want it back.
That says a lot if it is. Like, what is his connection?
Against 200,000.
Giving you my
Wow.
word.
Damn, what? Ooh, man. It's a nice little carrot they just dangled in front of our faces. I gotta learn more about that.
Go in 3 days.
Increases your chances of success dramatically.
Now, like this.
Oh, that's the no-face
Like
guy
this.
girl from Game of
Plug in some new
Thrones.
person. It'll tear the team apart.
Well, that's not much of a team, is it? You're vulnerable and you know it. I'm buying you critical redundancy.
Hey, hold on.
Get down, Tuckins!
Oh.
They won't be back today. Come on.
That sound is so distinct. Like, you know what that is when you hear it. Wow, he's pulling a Palpatine Sidious move. Nice. A wolf in sheep's clothing.
What is this place?
Nothing special.
Man, this is good. I'm loving this so far. It's got that Star Wars vibe. Yeah, they're doing it. They're doing it. I'm excited.
Mother.
Bow. And then hugs him. Like, what's up with that? What is up with that?
What are you staring at?
Damn, she's no joke. Wow, smacked him, hugged him, and then cussed out the neighbor like, damn, grandma, our mom.
Needs to be cleaned.
Man, that.
Apologies in advance.
Those Corvettes are nice. Damn, look at that. That is sweet.
Senator Mon Mothma's here. New driver.
Mon Mothma.
Anyone we know?
Never seen him. Need to hear that.
You know, Claire.
Of course.
We often refer to the gallery as Coruscant's unofficial
Yo, is that
temple of-
Mandalorian armor back
Start
there?
coming here more often.
You're teasing us. So, a gift for your husband.
Yes, it's his Dave Days. It's a Chandrilan custom. One of our many.
Yours is a rich history.
Well, that's a kind way of putting it.
I put aside a few things.
I think it
I recall
is.
he has an interest in military artifacts.
Yes.
So let's start with the oldest one. It's a Udapawan monk cudgel.
Know how to use this?
Yeah.
That's the Rono freighter specs and the console layout. You get done with that? That's a detailed map of the garrison. That's an Aldani phrase book.
Can I eat my food?
You'll eat, you'll let Cinta check the bandage, and you'll have learned all that by morning. I'll take the first watch.
Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Let's talk about this, guys. Okay, guys, what the did I just watch? That was total bullshit. Like, seriously, Disney? That's the kind of crap you're giving us now? This totally sucked. This sucked. Okay. Time out. That's totally not the way I feel about this episode. Get this guy out of here. He doesn't know what the hell he's talking about. This episode was fantastic. I loved it. Yo, this thing was awesome. This gave me everything I was hoping. Everything. So first, I'm going to just talk about the main points that I thought about during the episode. And I'm just going to go down my list one by one. Okay, the first thing I got to talk about is the tone. Man, the tone was set from the beginning. We start the episode high, energy's high, the cinematography is phenomenal, everything is rolling nice, so they set the tone immediately. So the first 3 episodes, it was a total introduction. We saw all the characters who were going to be in the show, but in this episode, they took off at the races immediately. So they've officially set the tone of this show. And man, I am super, super stoked. This was a great episode, guys. You know, the first thing that jumped out at me in this one was Luthen's ship. Man, that ship is so dope. You know, first of all, the CGI when he went to hyperspace, that was awesome. The way it looked, it sort of gave that movie vibe. It was like movie level CGI. So that was fantastic. And then the AI on his ship. Oh man, that thing is so cool. So this ship, I can't remember what the name of the ship is. I got to find out after I check it out again. But the ship, the whole design is super dope. So it looks sleek, fast, probably has some serious capability in terms of offensive weaponry. Man, this ship is super, super dope. But man, when he kicked it into high gear, went into hyperspace, that effect, the way everything looked, the switching, oh man, that was awesome. And then the AI interacting, man, that was so awesome. I don't think we've seen that yet in Star Wars, a ship having a true AI. Usually there's a droid or some type of interface like that, but this is the actual ship. It's like the whole ship is a droid. Man, that is so awesome. Oh man, Luthen, I really like that character. I really do. He's got a lot going on. Obviously, we'll get to it in a little bit, but man, just seeing them in that ship, that was so Star Wars. I loved it. And, you know, on the ship when he's talking to Andor and he's kind of giving him the rundown as far as recruiting him into the rebellion, he kind of did it on the low, but directly. So it was a really cool tactic what he used on him. Like, hey, don't you want to contribute more? Like, don't you want to make a difference? So he was speaking directly to Andor, but he mentioned something when they landed and they're about to meet the girl on the planet there. He mentioned something about bartering and he gave him like a crystal. So I don't know. I'm going to have to check after this. Was that a kyber crystal that he gave him? I mean, it was like, it had a blue color, crystal form. He said it was from kyber. So could that be a real kyber crystal that he's wearing? One, if it is a kyber crystal, why is he wearing it? Obviously, if he's wearing that, he knows how valuable those are and what they represent. What's the connection there? And then he gives it to Andor, and I'm sure that's going to come into play again later on. That's going to be, he's going to show the right person that crystal, and they're going to know immediately what the deal is. But was that a kyber crystal? I'll have to double check and verify. Is it just my imagination running wild, or is it truly a kyber crystal that we're looking at here? If so, that's a nice little nod to the Jedi. Man, we got to find out more about that. And then when they land on the planet and they talk to the woman and she takes Andor on, this is his introduction, his official introduction to the rebellion, or what the beginning stages of the rebellion are. These people, they're like, there's just a small group. The guy on the planet mentioned Saw Gerrera, so they have connections to the right people. But obviously these people are going to be key members of the rebellion when it becomes the larger rebellion that we all know. Man, it was so cool to see these meager beginnings. So we're seeing Andor, he's getting connected early on. He's getting initiated into the whole rebellion mentality. And you can tell this is the beginning embers of a fire that's just going to burn across the galaxy. You can tell. So they're doing a great job setting that up. You guys just don't understand. I am so excited about this show now. I was kind of worried with the first 3, but this one, all worries out the window. This was such a good episode. And then got to come back to Luthen. He's the key figure for me right now. He's doing the Palpatine thing where he's a wolf in sheep's clothing. So we know him as Luthen, the rebellion guy, like totally like hardcore guy. And then we come to find out he dresses down into his Coruscant persona, which is totally opposite of Luthen from the rebellion, which is so cool. So we get to see him change his hair, his clothing. And he's the owner of like an antique barter museum type of place where he's got a bunch of antique devices, armor. And I'm wondering, was that really a Mandalorian armor that he had in there? Well, it couldn't have been. Was that Beskar? Could it have been Beskar in there? I don't know. I got to check that out too. But it looked like a Mandalorian, like a chest piece for a Mandalorian armor. That'd be an awesome nod too if it is Beskar, man. But it's so cool to see him in that position. It gets him really close to a lot of the powerful people in Coruscant, and obviously one of the powerful people, Mon Mothma, appeared there, which shows us the connection there. So she's obviously meeting him there to do deals under the table, to share information, direct weaponry, direct any type of technology that the rebellion can utilize. So Mon Mothma is working from the inside on the Senate, which is dangerous because you know who controls the Senate. Palpatine does. So that's going to be very interesting. I don't think she's going to be able to keep that under wraps for long. Something's going to happen. And, eventually we see her in the OG series as she's totally within the rebellion at that point. But right now she's still connected to the Senate. So she's doing that double thing too. So both her and Luthen are both living double lives. And that's what I was really hoping we'd see, that type of stuff in this show. The espionage and like the double lives that people are living. Man, so cool to see it. But I really like seeing Mon Mothma there. She's got a really nice presence about her. So I can't wait to see her in the Senate, how she's interacted with the other senators. I'm sure she's going to run into Organa at some point. Bella, that's going to be a great scene to see there. But she carries herself with a lot of power. And I like that. Really like seeing that. So it was really cool seeing Mon Mothma show up here so early on. So she's doing deals with Luthen and he's doing deals with the rebellion. It's such a wide web that they're weaving. I love it. And then the event that they're going to use to cover their escape with the documentation that Luthen wants from the base there. And what they described, that was pretty cool, that there's going to be like a meteor shower that interacts with particles in the atmosphere on that planet, and that's going to give them cover to make their escape from the TIE fighters. So it was cool seeing those TIE fighters show up like that. You heard it in the distance, and you know what that is when you hear it. So they're going to use that meteor shower as cover to avoid the Empire, which is going to be very interesting to see. So I can't wait to see how that's going to look visually when they do that. From the way they described it, it's going to look mind-blowing. So I can't wait to see it. And I think that's going to be a pretty monumental moment. There's something deeper about that moment that we don't know about yet. There's got to be a connection there too. It's not just some random event that's going to happen. There's something major about this. I have a feeling. I may have to look a little deeper myself to see what this is. And then, of course, we get to the camp and everybody's talking. And the girl, she breaks it down for Andor, like, this, you got to learn this, you got to learn that, you got to do this, you got to do that, you got to fly us here. So he's getting initiated into the rebellion, and this is pretty hardcore. So she's like, you have until tomorrow morning to learn all this. And he was like, okay, let's do it. So he's in it for the long haul now. And so this first mission is going to be critical for him. And I'm sure he's going to perform, but they're all going to be kind of skeptical because he's so new. Like, do we trust this guy or not? So hopefully somebody doesn't try to backstab him there and leave him behind, but we'll see that in the next episode. So there's a lot of plot lines happening here, a lot of good storylines. The writing is just phenomenal in this. The direction, the cinematography, it looks great. It looks like a movie. Like, you can tell they invested some serious cash into this show, and it's obvious. So I'm really enjoying this. How are you guys enjoying it? Are you guys not feeling it? Because I remember after the first 3 episodes, I was reading a lot of people were kind of like on the fence about it. Some people thought it was awesome. Some people thought it sucked. I thought it was pretty decent. About 6.5 was my rating. So pretty decent for an intro. But this episode just boosted it up a notch. I give this episode an 8. I loved this episode. This was fantastic, in my opinion. It covered everything I was looking for. And I am so excited to see where we go from here. It's like, it sucks that we have to wait a whole week to see where we go next. It's just such a cliffhanger to see what's going to happen. Oh man, this is going to be interesting to see how this first mission goes. You know, usually first missions don't go as smoothly as planned. So something's going to go wrong. How is he going to adapt to that when things go wrong? Obviously, he's not the type who's going to freak out. He's going to take a leadership role and kind of lead the way. Is he going to like abandon the plan? Like, what is he gonna do? Is he gonna try to improvise? I don't know, but I am sure interested to see. I can't wait to see next episode, guys. I am so excited. Oh, I just feel so happy that we're getting some good Star Wars from Disney, man. This is so good. I'm just gonna enjoy this. I know some people are gonna be super critical about it. I'm not. I am just here to enjoy this as a fan. So I'm having a good time. Tell me how you guys are enjoying it. Are you really enjoying this? Are you skeptical still? Tell me in the comments. What do you guys think? Do you think that was a kyber crystal that he was holding around his neck? Was that a true kyber crystal? I gotta know. Tell me what you guys think about that. Well, guys, I'm going to end it here. So again, if you like the video, make sure you hit that like button. That's what keeps me visible out there. Without those likes, the algorithm just ignores me. So don't let that happen, guys. Keep hitting the like button, subscribe, so we can continue to grow this community. I am super thrilled that all of you are with me so far, and we're going to continue going forward. Man, I'm loving this show. And we got another show coming up pretty soon here. Bad Batch is coming up. And then we've got The Acolyte coming up as well. So we're gonna be eating for a while on some good Star Wars stuff, guys. Well, anyway, I'm gonna cut it here. Thank you again for checking out the video, and I'll see you next time on Big Time. May the Force be with you.